Hello friends, this is Charlotte Piper and I'm coming to you today from my home in Colorado, and it's actually 2 o'clock in the morning here. I'm very sorry. This is a really late reading. I have been really busy lately, the last couple of days with the flooding. That there's been quite an extensive amount of flooding happening in the area of the state where I live, and that's been keeping me kind of busy. So this reading is a little bit late, and I do apologize for the lighting, but this is really the best I could do currently given the circumstances. Today I'm reading from the Archangel Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue, and I was sort of led to read from this deck because, at least for me, the archangels are very soothing, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world, outside of Colorado even, that I think calls for maybe a little bit of a soothing approach. Now, I have already actually shuffled and pulled the cards, as you can see, but unfortunately that part of the video got messed up. So we are just going to move on and begin this week's reading. Now, in position 1, we have Spiritual Understanding, which is Archangel Raziel. And the message on the card says, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Now, interestingly enough, this card came up the last time that I read from this deck. And it's been my experience that when cards tend to show up repeatedly in readings, especially in sequential readings, it is usually significant of the fact that there is something that has been neglected that needs to be re-examined. In considering the current state of the world, this card seems to be asking us to really tune into the voice of our divine self. What is it that your divine self is trying to say to you that you might be ignoring? Many times the answer that we're looking for when seeking a solution to a seeming problem can be found in tuning into the higher source of understanding. This card is also urging us to release any preconceived ego judgments that we might be having about a current situation. Raziel urges us to release these judgments as they are limiting our understanding. Some of us may be feeling lately that as our awareness grows, that we have begun to feel more alone in the world, as old relationships that were rooted in ego understanding begin to wash away. It is important to understand that we are never alone, and we can call on God and the angels anytime to feel assured and gain spiritual guidance. The archangel significance of this card is, quite simply, that Raziel is a magical archangel who can help you hone your inner alchemist. His work is to challenge outmoded ways of thinking in the world in order to help bring about healing. The energy created through interaction with Raziel may feel chaotic at first, but it is nothing to fear. It is nothing more than ego fears being swept away so that we may see with clearer vision. Now in position 2, we have Archangel Zadkiel, who is the angel for compassion on this card. And the message on the card says, to soften your heart with respect to this situation and all people involved, including yourself. Now, this card is really encouraging us to have compassion for ourselves throughout the process of change. He is also saying that it is important to be compassionate toward those that might not treat us the way we feel they ought. The analogy of, quote, love them or love them, for they know not what they do, would apply to this situation. This is most definitely not to say that you should ever allow yourself to be victimized by anyone, including family and friends. It is possible to share love in relationships like this without putting yourself in a position to be abused. From a global perspective, this card is urging us to have compassion for people, animals, and even the planet as a whole. Massive healing is taking effect now, and we as light workers must shine as much light into the world as possible right now. This is necessary to bring about a positive outcome to some very dark circumstances that are now presenting themselves. The Archangel significance is Zadkiel's name means righteousness of God. He is sent to us to help us release any unforgiveness that we might be harboring toward ourselves or others, as unforgiveness of any type acts like poison to ourselves and the world around us. It is important to release any feelings of unforgiveness now. Zadkiel can also be called upon for divine healing. In position 3, we have Hello from Heaven, which is Archangel Azrael. And the message on the card is, your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Now, Azrael is urging us to let the past go now. He is sending blessings from loved ones who have moved from their physical form to their ethereal form. Azrael is saying that there are angels working in your favor right now who are rooting for you in heaven. For the person who has been dreaming about their loved one who has passed on, know that they are safe now, and there is no reason to worry. Perhaps you have been noticing little signs lately that this person has been present in their energetic form. Know that they are always around and that they love you. For the person who has unresolved issues of unforgiveness with someone who has passed on, it is time to let it go so that you both may be at peace. The Archangel significance of this card is simply Azrael's primary role is in helping departed loved ones pass into the ether of eternal reality. Azrael's role is important in helping people who have passed on feel loved and light during their journey into the higher reality. So overall, looks like this week is focusing strongly on the concept of healing in relationships, both those in the physical form and in the spiritual form. And just having compassion for yourself and others during the time of change that is occurring right now. I hope that this reading was able to give you insights into your upcoming, what to expect in the upcoming week, and I want to thank you for tuning in right now. I also want to take this opportunity to put out a call to anybody who might feel led to do so, to donate to the rescue and relief efforts for the victims of the Colorado flood. And I've included information on how you can do that in the post below this video. Thank you again so much for tuning in this week, and I will see you again next Sunday.